Hello everyone. I will discuss the society and culture before contact in North American continent. Originally, the ancestors of Native Americans came to North American continent through what we call Beringia. Beringia was the landmass connecting present-day Siberia and Alaska. And we believe between 15,000 to 10,000 BC, the ancestors of present-day Native Americans came to North American continent over this landmass. They came to North American continent following large games such as mammoth and bison, and eventually reached the southern tip of South American continent by 9000 BC. By this time, the basic economy of these people was a gathering of natural foods or hunting or fishing. However, by about 5000 BC, the original settlers to this new world started growing food through agriculture. They planted maize, potatoes, squash, and beans. As a result, the population grew rapidly. About 50 to 70 million people were living in both North and South Americans combined by 1500. Out of which about 10,000 people were living in present-day United States territory. Sometimes we call this a start of agricultural revolution because it impacted not only economy but also social, political, religious institutions in North and South American continent. The Native American people had a different worldview from the worldview held by Europeans. Most important perspective of Native Americans was the collective ownership of property, particularly the land. Eventually, this collective ownership of land collided with the concept of private property, which was the idea of Europeans. Because after Europeans came to New World, they wanted to purchase the land from Native Americans. But Native Americans refused to comply with this demand because they collectively owned the land, not individually owned the land. Therefore, they could not sell their land. As I just mentioned, European concept of property was private property, and these different conceptions of property eventually collide and cause all kinds of problems between European immigrants and Native Americans. Europeans traditionally had a decentralized political and social system. It is called feudalism, in which lords, fiefs, vassals, serfs had a very hierarchical society. So kings presided over nobles, and the nobles presided over knights and peasants. In this kind of situation, the king really didn't exercise a direct control over individual peasants. Rather, it was the noble people who controlled the life or death of individual peasants. However, by 15th century, this situation changes with the consolidation of monarchical power in European kingdoms. Monarchs now came to control all the political, economic, and the military powers in their own hands. Once they became aggrandized, they tried to exercise their power by sending explorers around the world. They sent ships, sailors, administrators, and soldiers around the world looking for material benefits, like spice or silk, dyes, sugar, and gold. At the same time, they also tried to spread Christianity, particularly Catholicism. For the purpose of our discussion, the most important country for exploration was Spain. Christopher Columbus tried to explore the world and find a new continent by sailing west. So he approached the co-rulers of the Spanish kingdom, Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand, and he received their sponsorship, and he started his journey and reached an island in Caribbean in October 1492. Once Christopher Columbus showed there was a new land to be found and in fact conquered, other Spanish conquerors called conquistadors also followed his suit. So Hernan Cortes and his 600 soldiers conquered Aztec, and Francisco Pizarro and just about 180 soldiers conquered Inca in Central America. So by 1500, Spanish conquistadors conquered Central and South America. Then what happened to North American continent? We'll talk about it in our next discussion. Thank you.